Hello and welcome. My name is Craig Guymon. To this point, we've talked about how to acquire data from an endpoint in a manual fashion using the acquisition drop-down menu within the Binalyze Air console to kick off a manual collection. I'd also like to point out that there are a couple other ways to collect data from an endpoint on a proactive level. The first of those two mechanisms is to be able to schedule tasks. You can create new tasks to be able to collect information on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, employing the same exact principles I shared with you earlier by selecting an acquisition profile to collect, or being able to apply the drone keywords and different analyzers and scanners that can be employed for post-processing analysis. After creating a scheduled acquisition, it will be added as a scheduled task and will kick off exactly at the time that the scheduled task is set to perform. Another methodology that can be used to create acquisitions, automated acquisitions from systems, is using webhooks. Webhooks is a good way to be able to leverage the systems or platforms you have for DFIR purposes such as SIEM, SOAR, and EDR tools. Binalyze Air allows you to select a predefined list of different parsers from EDR, SIEM, and SOAR vendors that you might already have in place. Things like Cortex XSOAR or Carbon Black or CrowdStrike. We add to this list regularly, and so if you have something in mind that you'd like to add, let us know, and we can probably add it for you very quickly. In this case, I'll use Slack or Splunk. In fact, in this example, I'll use Splunk Phantom. The same principles that I used earlier to perform a manual collection or a scheduled task apply here. When the trigger from Splunk or CrowdStrike or Carbon Black is tripped, that can then tell Binalyze Air to go ahead and do an automated collection of an acquisition profile from that endpoint that triggered that alert. In this case, if we select down through this list, you have the ability to choose all of the same acquisition profiles that were shown before. Again, I'll choose compromise assessment. In addition to being able to choose the exact data to collect from that endpoint, you have the ability to set some ignores, meaning do not execute this collection again within this amount of time so as to not be inundated with multiple collections when not necessary. So if after 4 hours or 8 hours you want that alert to also kick off another collection, it will then do so. Again, the drone keywords and drone scanners and analyzers apply to a collection done using the automated webhook capability.